What's up, y'all? As you can see behind me, we're out here at the range still doing some testing out here. As you can see, jelly contraption still set up, got our chrono, got 2 blocks of gel. Now we got about 4 tracks in here. This is from a 22 LR and a 22 Magnum test that I've already done this morning. If y'all hadn't checked those out, I'll leave some links up above so you can check those out. Pretty interesting test on that. But this time what we're doing is something y'all been asking for here lately. Is some more 38 special testing. I hadn't done much of that, so I figured we'd do a little 38 special testing today. So what we're going to test out today is 2 different weights of hollow points. Not necessarily looking at the brands, but I just picked a couple random brands with different weights so we can see what's going on. So what we're going to use first here is the PPU or Monarch, whatever you want to call it, but PPU makes this ammo if y'all didn't know. So we got the PPU 158 grain semi-jacketed hollow point. So this is our heavy boy for today, semi-jacketed hollow point, 158 grain, 38 special. And then for our light one, we're going to be using the Ammo Inc. These are 125 grain jacketed hollow points. So 125 grain, that's our light boy right there, the jacketed hollow point. So not exactly the same, one's jacketed, one's semi-jacketed, but like I say, mostly what I want to see today is what the weights are going to do out of what we're using today. And what that is the Taurus 856 38 special. As y'all can see here, that's the little Taurus 38 special. So interesting to see what the different weights will do out of this thing. Just a good old 38 special. I'm real fond of these Taurus revolvers. I got some G10 grips and a nice tritium front sight blade on it. But other than that, it's bone stock. So we're going to see what these different weights do out of the little shorty Taurus. So let me get this stuff out of the way and we'll get started. Alright y'all, as always, we're going to get us a speed test on these rounds first. We're going to start out with the PPU 158 grains, the heavy boys. So I'm just going to do 2 rounds because 38 specials is a little tough to find at a good price right now. So we're just going to do a 2 round average on it. So here we go. Let's see what the heavy boys do. .732. And 721, so not moving real fast. Let's go see what the average is. Alright, so the PPU 158 grainers are moving at 726 feet per second, so kind of slow to be honest. Let's load up them Ammo Incs, the 125ers, and see what they're running. Alright, here we go, the Ammo Inc 125 grainers. These are the light boys for today, so I'm expecting right much more speed out of these, but let's see what happens, y'all. .794 and 835. So let's go down there and see what that was. Alright, so the 2 round average on the 125 grain Ammo Incs were 814, so not that much more than the 158s, not as much as I was expecting, because if you remember, the 158s were 726 feet per second, so 726 versus 814, I guess that's right much. What is that, not quite 100? Yeah, about right at 90, 88, 90, somewhere around in there, so not as much as I thought, but still a pretty decent amount. So let's get this stuff out of the way, and y'all know what time it is. Alright y'all, it's 38 special jelly time. So we're going to start out with the heavy boys, the 158 grain PPUs, Monarchs, whatever you want to call them. Now there's a handful of tracks down there, but it should be okay. I'm going to put them to the front side towards the camera, so we should be able to check them out enough. I'm going to do my best to kind of keep them from directly in front, but it's going to be tricky. Let's see what we get, y'all. Here we go. Alright, not sure where that went. Oh, I see it, I think. I think that's exactly where I wanted to put it. Let's go down there and check that out. Alright y'all, that was a good clean hit, but it definitely was not what I was expecting to happen there. I had y'all close up on that first block because I figured it would expand and stop in that first block. But as y'all can see, it carried on into the second block, and as you'll see here in just a second, it didn't even expand at all. So the Ammo Inc 125 grains up next, the fast boy or the light boy out of the bunch, I guess we should say today. So let's see what this one does. Maybe this one will expand, but it ain't moving that much faster, so I'm not very I'm not very optimistic that it's going to do much different than keep on going like that other one did. But let's see what happens, y'all. I'm going to try to put it up underneath that other one. Alright, I hope I didn't go out. I think I went out the side because I think I heard the doggone bullet. Let me make sure. I'll probably have to shoot another one. Yep, as y'all can see, it went out the side about right at that second block just about. These things are just not doing what I expected them to do. I did not expect them to carry through that far. I expected them to expand, but I guess it just doesn't have the velocity out of this little stubby 38 to expand these rounds. But let's try another one, see what we get. I'll try to keep this one over to the right. I'm just trying to stay out of those 22 tracks, but let's see what we can do with this. Alright, that one should have stayed in for sure. So let's go down there and take a look, see what we got. Alright y'all, let's take a look at what we got as far as these wound channels on these things. I'll be honest with you, in my opinion, neither one of these rounds performed well at all. Now, like we always say, they're still going to do the job. They're going to do what they're supposed to do, and some people may prefer the extra penetration like this. It's no doubt that they're going to stop a threat, 100%, they're going to get the job done. But as far as performing like they're designed to perform and expand, they did a pitiful job, I guess they just did not have the velocity out of that shorter barrel, which is a shame because in 38 Special, most people are probably going to carry a shorter one like that as far as defensive rounds. But anyway, let's take a look at what we got. So this top one over here in the front, this little skinny track now, behind it is a 22 Magnum, so you can't count that wound action there. But I got y'all at an angle enough, I think you can tell. This one little skinny track right here, it's all it is, none of that wound, but the skinny track right here, this is the PPU, the heavy one. It kept on going, and looks like right in here is where it tumbled around backwards, because this projectile is sitting backwards, way down here, completely backwards. You can tell it's obvious it was going forward straight through here, no problem, and then it tumbled around backwards there. Now on the very bottom one here, this is the light one. This is the Ammo Inc. 125. Comes through here, nice little decent wound channel right there. Comes through here, passes into the second block, stops right there. And you can see it right here. It's facing forward and it peeled back the jacket just a little bit, but no kind of expansion on that thing at all. These things just performed pitifully as far as expanding. Now penetration, they got more than enough on the penetration action, and again, even a full metal jacket, we've talked about this in other videos, full metal jacket even is going to do what you need to do as far as defensive purposes, and these would too, but for performing like they're designed to perform, it just didn't happen out of this short barrel. But all right, as far as penetration, let's get a measurement on this. So the Monarch PPU, that thing went all the way out here to 25¼ inches of penetration. 25¼ inches. So way on out there, and that was the heavy one. That was the 158 grainer. As for the Ammo Inc. 125 grainer, that one is out here at 19¾ of an inch. So 19¾ on the 125 Ammo Inc. So both of them definitely got the penetration, but the expansion is absolutely pitiful. Let me give y'all a shot from above on the wound channels. Alright, so we got quite the little tangle of wound channels over here. Don't pay any attention to these. These three over here are the 38s. Now the far one, that's the one who decided to take a left turn on me and go out the side of the jail. As you can see, it was going straight. Then about here it said, nah, I'm out of here. So the other ones, the next one, I'll try to get y'all at an angle here. So that middle one, that top one, it'll look like the middle, y'all, but it's on the top. That's the PPU, that's the heavy one. So as you can see, it came in here looking decent as far as a wound channel for a solid projectile. Looks pretty decent through there. Kept on trucking, and then through the second block, and boom, right there is where it turned around on us. It's got to be, because it kept on going, and as you can see, it's completely turned around backwards. You can see the lead tip facing this way. So that's the PPU, that was the heavy one, all the way through there. So now down at the bottom, this one down here, that's the light one, that's the Ammo Inc. As you can see, decent little wound channel for a solid projectile. Well, it's not a solid, but behaved like one. Kept on going into the second block and stopped right there. Now it's facing forward, I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. I'll pull the projectiles, of course, but I think you can tell there it's facing forward, and you can see a little bit of the jacket peeled off. But as far as the heavy boy, it's definitely backwards, no doubt about it. So let me pull these projectiles out and let me show y'all what we got there. All right, y'all, let's take a look at what we got here. So obviously on the right here is the Monarch PPU, the 158 grainer. As you can see there, I mean, it didn't even think about trying to expand. Not in the slightest bit. No deformation whatsoever on this projectile, none. And it was going straight, and you can say, well, that's because it turned around backwards, but it was going straight all the way to here. It's very obviously. So no kind of expansion, not even thinking about expanding. On the left here is the Ammo Inc. 125 grainer. Now you can see it thought about it. It really wanted to. It really wanted to expand, but it just didn't have it in it. It just couldn't do it. I mean, and then I'm assuming it just doesn't have the velocity out of that 2-inch barrel, that 856. That's what that is a 2-inch barrel. But like I say, that's a shame, because most people are going to carry a shorter 38 special like that for defensive purposes, like what you would be running these rounds out of. But this definitely warrants a revisit on this. Now, the only other thing I have chambered in 38 special, or that can fire 38 special, is my Taurus 806, and I think that's a 3.5-inch barrel if I'm remembering correctly. So not a huge difference, but maybe that extra 1.5 inches would make the difference there. So I'm definitely going to come back and revisit these. I mean, this is pathetic. As far as expansion, this is absolutely pathetic right here. I mean, I think y'all can all agree on that one. Like I said before, now these would still definitely do the job as far as defense, no doubt about it, but as far as expanding, these things did not even come close to performing like they should have performed. All right, y'all, that's another one in the books, the 38 special jelly test on this one. I gotta be honest with you, out of this 856, this little 2-inch revolver, both of these ammunition types were very disappointing to me. Both of these weights were disappointing. The 125 tried to almost tried to do its thing as far as expansion, but neither one of them expanded worth a darn. Just terrible performance. Now, like I said before, they would definitely do the job as far as a defensive round, doing what you needed to do and stopping a threat without a doubt. But the performance, the way they're designed to perform, it just did not happen. It didn't even come close on this. So again, it just had to be the speed. That 2-inch barrel just didn't get it moving quick enough. So like I say, I'm definitely going to revisit some of these 38s, probably both of them. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think about this. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I got a lot more stuff to coming, including the revisit on this out of a little bit longer barrel. So make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell notification button if you want. That way when I upload stuff, you can jump right on it and check it out. You don't want to miss the redo on this one through the longer barrel. We'll see if that was what was going on here. So make sure you subscribe. Check my Amazon storefront affiliate down in the description like I always ask you. If you do your shopping through Amazon, hit that link first, then do your shopping through Amazon like you always do. Doesn't cost you an extra penny and no extra time, and we do get a kickback from Amazon towards the channel for anything you buy after you go through that link. So I greatly appreciate that. Appreciate all my range game members who reach down and hits that join button. That definitely helps the channel out. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all, like I always tell you, who watches my videos, who hits the thumbs up and subscribes to the channel. Really looking forward to seeing what y'all think about this test for sure. So make sure you leave me some comments down below. Like I said, a bunch more stuff to come. I got some more out here today and got some more already done, so make sure you be on the lookout for those. In the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.